ceremony will begin in 5 minutes. Everyone please find your seats. Thank you. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may now be seated.
George Bernard Shaw once said, "Life isn't about finding yourself. Life's about creating yourself." Now, a lot of people say that they need to go find themselves to be happy in life, but this idea implies that rather than finding yourself, you're already that person. The truth of the matter is, you are the master of your own fate, and you determine your own future. Now, that's not just so easy to do sometimes. It's much easier said than done, actually. We just went through 13 years of school for some of us, 14 if you went to preschool, and 15 if you got held back. And some of us even got out a little bit earlier. But today's our graduation day. We did it. We finally got to this day after 4 hard working years. Today marks the first day of the rest of our lives. But have your parents told you how dangerous it is to have complete freedom? Next year we're going off to college, or we have that big job lined up, or even going to the military. We're going to have complete freedom finally, but have they sat you down and talked to you about how scary that is? How many mistakes are going to be made just from careless actions without really thinking about them? Well, if you have parents, then you're just like my dad. He has sat me down multiple times telling me as soon as I get to the real world, I'm going to end up just crashing and burning and hitting the ground super hard. But since today is our graduation, I would like to first talk about my very first day of high school, where I thought I was a big macho kid coming up from the middle school with just a few friends. I didn't know much at the time, but what I did know is that I am never wrong, and that is still true to this day, by the way. And just to prove that to everyone, what I decided to do was the smartest decision of my entire life. I argued with the scariest teacher we had, and I know everyone can agree with me when I say Mrs. Schuyler is by far the scariest teacher we ever will have. But I talked back to her, and I swear she used me to make an example out of me, to never mess with her. Now, I'm not going to say she yelled at me, but she definitely raised her voice, and that put the fear of everything into me then and there. But I'll never forget what she told me. She told me that I needed to grow up and figure out who I was going to be, or that high school was going to end up eating me alive. Now, although that might have been the best advice that she's ever given me, or anyone really has ever given me, there was still an issue. I didn't know who I was. Just like I'm sure many of you didn't know who you were the very first day of high school either. But that's okay. See, over the years, I learned many things through high school here at Newcastle High School. But I think one of the most important things that I did learn is that nothing's ever set in stone. Everything moves, it's like an ocean. But everything changes and everything adapts. Soon we won't be able to see our parents as much, or our friends, or even our siblings. And I think the worst change of all, we're not going to be able to use Quizlet on every single assignment that we ever have through anything else. It's finally ends here. Quizlet's done, guys. No. But nothing, like I've learned, everything changes. Everything will change, and so will you. We adapt. That's what we're meant to do. We get over failures, losses, and heartbreaks, just like we're meant to do. And It's happened before, and it will happen again in the future. I promise you guys, everything's going to be okay. Everything will change, and it'll all be great. You got to just trust me here. So, if you guys don't take anything away from this, just remember what I said. Everything will change, and that's okay. You got to just make sure you keep your head up, and just sometimes it's okay just to go with the world, not to always have everything planned. Just go with life as it's thrown at you, and just live your life and stay happy. That's all we can really do, right? And just sometimes it's just easier to say, it's still to be determined. Thank you. something that my father once told me. And he once told me that the journey tells an individual a lot about their destination. Well, what is our journey? What is our destination? Well, our journey is living life as if we're flipping through the pages of a Roald Dahl, as if we're watching a Steven Spielberg film, or as if we're playing our favorite video game. What is our destination? Well, we all have the same destination. We all have a credit sequence. We all have the same final page turn, but look at what's happening now. We're graduating. Have some fun. I know that the class of 2018 can have some fun. I mean, we have some of the most diverse individuals to ever graduate from NCHS. Sure, we have our geeks and our jocks and our greasers, but we also have individuals who are on academic team, play sports, party, and somehow don't like Star Wars. I know I don't get it either, but it's individuals like these that show that we're a class that really breaks tradition. Like, we couldn't care any less about Spirit Week, but we're always there for each other. You know, I've been taking as many AP classes as the counselors here would let me, and there have always been peers in there and teachers in there that have been there to help me, whether I needed help on a calculus problem or to go over an English paper. They were always there for me. And this assistance wasn't limited to academics. It's this assistance that helped me get through part of probably the roughest time in my life. As some of you know, in October of 2017, my father passed away of cancer. And after that happened, I don't know if I've ever been more proud to call myself a Trojan. Because so many of my peers, so many of my teachers, and so many of the staff here, they were there for me. Teachers such as Frau Holland, Mrs. DeLay, Mr. Norick, they made sure that I had someone to talk to and someone to support me in all the academic challenges that we were faced with. And I'll leave the names of the students up to Mrs. French whenever Mr. Walker hands us our diplomas, but maybe you guys don't even realize how you've affected me or affected your friends or even just that one guy that you see in the hallways every once in a while. That's amazing. That shows how amazing of a class the class of 2018 is, that we can change people's lives and don't even realize it. For example, someone that I have been close friends with since elementary school, Jake Sims. He once came up to me, and it was pretty soon after I got back to school from grieving, and he made sure that I knew if I needed someone to talk to about anything, he was there for me. And that affected me more than he probably realized or anyone even in the room realized. And so many of you guys do that all the time, and you don't even realize it. Now, it's these friends that we make that affect our journeys, that determine, where our paths in lives go. Some of us are curving into college or twisting into the armed forces, and some are even going straight into the workforce. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is just the beginning of our journey. We just finished the first act. This is just the tutorial, guys. This is the first chapter. It's up to us now to keep the pages turning and the experiences coming. Thank you.
Thank you, Jacob and Seth. The administration in the class of 2018 would like to proudly recognize the staff members that have given multiple years of their life to education. As I introduce each retiring teacher, would you please stand? Mr. Kenan Gray. Mr. Gray has 39 years in education, the last 21 years of service with Newcastle Community School Corporation as the Newcastle High School Associate Principal. Mrs. Barbara Hilton. Mrs. Hilton has dedicated 14 years to the Newcastle Community School Corporation. Most recently, she has served in our chemistry department. Mr. Rex Peckenhall. Newcastle Community School Corporation has been blessed to have Mr. Peckenhall his entire 40 years in education. Mr. Peckenhall is retiring as the health teacher at Newcastle High School. Mr. William Beverly. Mr. Beverly is the assistant superintendent. He has served 38 years in the Newcastle Community School Corporation. Though his retiring position as assistant superintendent, many of you may have worked with him through our administrative roles in which he has served Newcastle Community Schools. There are 4 retiring teachers here today representing 113 years in education to the dedication to our youth, and we thank them.
Good afternoon. My name is Madison Eastridge. On the behalf of the senior class officers, I would like to thank all the parents, family members, friends, teachers, and faculty for being here today. The class of 2018 would not be where we are without each and every one of you. As senior class president, I would like to leave everyone in a multi-faith blessing. First of all, I would like to congratulate the class of 2018. We finally made it. To those of you Newcastle graduates who will be attending college in the future, seek not only the knowledge that you all may need in your chosen fields, but also wisdom to apply that knowledge to life. For those graduates who are going straight into the workforce, open that door to endless opportunities and use your knowledge to sense what is right for you. For those who are enlisting in the military, may you seek courage and strength and serve our country with integrity and honor. And for all graduates, I hope that you all make a significant impact on this society using your knowledge, strength, and compassion to make this world a better place. Thank you.
Students, staff, members of the Newcastle Community School Board, parents, family, and friends, we gather today to recognize 216 students who have met the academic rigors required by Newcastle High School and the Newcastle Community School Corporation. This group of students has met the challenges of completing all academic requirements, participated in multiple state and national assessments, and are prepared to meet the challenges of tomorrow. This class has a very unique personality and has left a positive mark on Newcastle High School. Some of the interesting facts about the class of 2018. They were quiet and passive. I will always remember watching them at Renaissance Rally, as Seth mentioned. When it came time to get loud, the class ahead of them would scream, the classes behind them would scream. This class was as quiet as if they were in the classroom. Though they were quiet, it had no impact on their academic performance. From the time they were in 3rd grade through high school, they outperformed every other grade in the corporation and every other school in East Central Indiana. Another word I would use to describe this group, punctual. They would not admit it, but they liked school. They liked being here every day. Their attendance rates were as high as any class before them, probably higher than any class after them. And they did this even though many of them faced very difficult circumstances to get to graduation. I've never seen so many kids go through so much to get here. But they always had each other, and they were a very close class. Another interesting fact about this group, they've earned more college credits than any of the classes before them. The class of 2018, if you earned, in this class, if you earned the right to go through Ivy Tech graduation at this time, would you please stand up? Thank you. Additionally, one of our students is entering Ball State University after earning an associate's degree. Gabrielle Sorrell. Would you be recognized for your achievement? So much to be proud of with this group. Finally, in just a few minutes, 216 students will walk across this stage. They have achieved this honor and therefore deserve our recognition equally. I therefore request that you reserve your exuberance for your student until the end, when we can recognize them all as graduates appropriately. Dr. Shoemaker, and the members of the Newcastle Community School Board, in accordance with the rules and regulations of the state of Indiana and the Newcastle Community School Corporation, the members of the class of 2018 present here this afternoon have met the requirements for graduation. Dr. Shoemaker, the faculty and I present to you the members of the class of 2018 for graduation.
Good afternoon. At this time, I would like to acknowledge Mr. Walker for his leadership and program development over the last 8 years as principal. We thank you for your dedicated years of service, and we wish you the very best at Magodi High. On behalf of members of the school board, I extend my congratulations to each of the graduates assembled here today. You collectively represent the successful culmination of several years of formal education in our school system. It is appropriate that the class roll be read, and so the diplomas may be presented. Mrs. French, will you please read the roll?
Valedictorian. Priscilla Faith Wine Espiritu, salutatorian. Madison Page Eastridge, president. Helen Wynn Bowling, vice president. Jacob Adam Blevins, Secretary, Speaker. Michaela Ryan Huckabee, Treasurer. Seth Michael Bex Carter, Speaker. Mason Albert Richardson. Cassandra Renee Abernathy. Gavin Shane Adams. Caleb Paul Agee. Tanner Dean Alfrey. Samantha Lynn Alspaugh. Jansen Byron Anderson. Amana Jade Ash. Peyton Renee Benamati. Maggie Rose Benninger. Brianna Nicole Blankenship. Andrew Christopher Blystone. Austin Noah Bodenheimer. Noah Braden Boggs. Grant Thomas Bauslaw. Iva Marie Boyd. Macy Elise Boyd. Carter Michael Brown. Corbin Lane Brown. Nathaniel Adam Brown. Zachary Mason Brown. Macy Lynn Broyles. Caitlin Nicole Bryant. Jacob Trey Buell. Brandy Lynn Burgess. Connor Joseph Burns. Allison Elizabeth Byers. Dalton Lee Carey. Carla Denise Carroll. Tyler Scott Catron. Avery Jonathan Catt. Xavier Michael Hawk Bales. Jaden Frederick Sintner. Magdalena Cherna. Jonathan Keith Clark. Ronald Morgan Clark. Dalton Jacob Klaus. Alexis Faith Combs. Abigail Dawn Coomer. Philip Clayton Cox. Sydney Elizabeth Cox. Emily Grace Coy. Henry Edward Kernut. Shantae Renee Daniels. Anna Elizabeth Davis. Lena Suanne Davis. JP DeMarco Novelino. Caitlin Danielle Denny. Kaylee Nicole DeWitt. Matthew Isaac Dickerson. Christopher Donald DiVascelli. Ruth Hope Donson Ludlam. Austin Charles Downs. Jordan Seth Driver. Ashton Cheyenne Durick. Faith Renee Duval. Delaney Kane Dye. Michaela Josie Fisher. Shaylin Marie Floyd. Paige Madison Faith Fraley. Taylor Brooke Herr. Hannah Leanne Gamello. Victoria Nicole Garner. Isaac Tanner Goad. Claire Catherine Goodwin. Hannah Nicole Goodwin. Trent Tyler Gorman. Haley Corinne Graham. Benjamin Thomas Reeser. Grant Joseph Guffey. Jordan Andrew Guffey. Margaret Emily Guffey. Shelby Lynn Guffey. Megan Nicole Guston. Morgan Alexis Guston. Christina Ann Gwynn. Catherine Ann Gwynn. Tiffany Paige Gwynn. Austin Timothy Hamby. Noah Robert Hammond. Chase Alexander Hancock. Jessica Renee Hancock. Marissa Ann Hanning. Mariah Lynn Hannon. Ryan Marcus Harrison. Sydney Leanne Hedges. Aaron Eugene Henderson. Riley Hunter Hernandez. Dalton Russell Hicks. Lily Caitlin Hicks. Corbin Alexander Hines. Trajan Lucan Hines. Ty Edward Hinman. Rhiannon Taylor Potts. Caitlin Drew Holiday. Alex Jordan Holcomb. Chastity Lynn Holler. Christopher Lee Holler. Maggie Marie Hoover. Evan Michael Posey. Garrett Wade House. Bryce Roger Huntley. Charles Joseph Thunder Michael Ireland. Jace Riley Jackson. Tyler Daniel Jarrett. Cecily Joe Jester. Alexis Sue Johnson. Cameron Joanne Johnson. Ivy Elise Johnson. Xavier Allen Johnson. Zachary Paul Johnson. Ramandeep Kaur. Daniel Paul Keesley. JC Don Coons. Braden Cole Lacey. Elizabeth Catherine Lamar. James Joseph Langdon. Francesca Elise Lowe Niles. Anna Marie Lee. Mariah Cheyenne Lindsay. Audrey Elizabeth Locke. Ashley Marie Logan. Ty Nathaniel Logan. Julian Xavier Lopez. Sarah Grace Lucas. Rebecca Ann Lyle. Landon David Malott. Anthony Jordan Mantor. Brett Lawson Matney. Bryce Michael Matney. Hunter Christopher McCubbins. Brendan Jacob McGraw. Samantha Ray Mead. Zachary Spencer Millis. Olivia Josephine Neal. Mariah Nicole Nicholson. Melanie Brooke Norris. Zachary Allen Norris. Jonathan Lewis Peoples. Jonathan Glenn Personette. Caleb Matthew Pierce. Katie Marie Pierce. Elijah Matthew Pearson. Bryce Marshall Humphrey. Brittany Nicole Poe. Joseph Dakota Poe. Levi Ray Poe. Samantha May Colston. Christmas Prenomet. Trevor Paul Regal. Christopher Michael Raines. Charisma Janae Reed. Griffin Michael Reed. Presley Madison Reese. Marshall Stephen Reeves. Travis Allen Reeves. Dylan Lee Reno. Harrison Lloyd Rice. Riley Nicole Riggins. Jordan Tyler Riggs. Noah Ryan Riggs. Clayton Montana Rose. Tiffany Schmeller. Brianna Catherine Elizabeth Sexton. Megan Denise Sheehan. Jacob Daniel Scholl. Derek J. Shoemaker. Olivia Grace Silvers. Jacob Lewis Sims. Clayton Slover. Benjamin Parker Smith. Braden William Smith. Cassidy Rochelle Smith. Kaylin Suanne Willamay Smith. Riley Bree Smith. Ashlyn Nicole Snodgrass. Gabriella Josette Sora. Lindsay Marie Stamper. Dylan Matthew Stevens. Anthony Wayne Stearns. Kiera Serene Story. Kiara Faith Swain. Bailey Shay Thompson. Alyssa Lynn Thrasher. William Joseph Thurlow. Jack Irvin Turner. Bryson Philip Tuttle. Elijah Paul Tyner. Mackenzie Nicole Vance. Lucille Benedict Vermeeren. Skylar Christian Walker. Blake Edward Wall. Abigail Lynn Ward. Devin Mitchell Ward. Cameron Nicole Ward. Bryce Michael Webb. Mina Melinda Webb. Kaylin Joe Wiley. Dakota Robin Wilkinson. Gabriella Christy Williams. Marissa Marie Williams. Kenaniah Allen Williamson. Thomas Abraham Witham. Ariel Lynn Wood. Brooke Elaine York. Keldon Lee Young.
Will the class of 2018 please rise? Please move your tassels to the right. From students to graduates. Congratulations, guys.